Hello everyone, this is 15 Degrees. Welcome to this pick a card reading, and if you've been wondering how they really feel about you, then this video is for you. If you enjoy these kinds of readings, please be sure to like and subscribe and tap the bell so you never miss a message meant for you. If you've never done a pick a card reading before, here's how it works. I've laid out 3 piles of cards, pile 1, 2, and 3. Just take a deep breath, clear your mind, and focus on the cards. And you just choose a pile that pulls your attention or gives you a feeling. Just trust your intuition, and that's where your message lives. So we would start with pile number 1. So pile number 1, this is your reading. The first card that I pulled is the Pope, or the Hierophant. This card suggests that there is a deep respect or admiration. So this person might see you as someone wise and trustworthy, or even spiritually significant. This card can imply the traditional values, so they may feel a desire for structure or commitment or moral alignment with you. Emotionally, they could view you as a safe place, someone they could bring home to their family or build something long-term with. With the Page of Swords here, this person is curious and very observant and possibly even a bit guarded. They might be trying to figure you out or watching you from a distance, so this often represents mental energy over emotional expression. So they could be overthinking their feelings rather than just expressing them. Emotionally, they're interested but cautious. I feel like they may be even trying to read between the lines with you. The universe or the world is very powerful. It does suggest that they feel a sense of completeness or fulfillment when they think of you. You might represent the whole package or a sense of destiny. Emotionally, you could feel like everything to them, or they could see you as someone they could grow with on a soul level. The Four of Swords. The Four of Swords, it's a quieter tone, so this could mean that they are withdrawing or resting emotionally, possibly processing or recovering from something. In feelings, this can mean detachment or reflection, or just like an emotional silence. I feel like this person kind of walked away, or in a way kind of ghosted, only because this is all about resting and withdrawing. So yeah, I mean, they might not be showing their feelings now, or choosing instead to retreat and think deeply about the connection. The Tower here, this is a charged card, only because it does suggest shock and upheaval, or even a breakthrough. Perhaps their feelings for you, it sort of hit them unexpectedly. It's kind of like they fell for you, but this made them feel scared, so they detached. But this is all about confusion or fear or emotional vulnerability. And you may feel, you have maybe even broken down their walls, or they feel destabilized by how strongly they feel. The Moon. So this brings uncertainty and fear, illusion, or deep subconscious feelings. They may feel confused or unsure, or even a little bit overwhelmed by their own emotions. There's a lot of things that they haven't cleared on, or that they're not ready to admit. So emotionally, there's intrigue, there's longing, but there's also emotional fog. They don't fully understand what they feel, or they may even be afraid of how they feel. In summary, their feelings towards you, so this person seems to have deep respect for you, and they might see you as someone who is very special to them, with the world and the Pope here. However, I do think that their feelings are complex and possibly overwhelming them, kind of terrify them, so they pushed away. The thing about the swords is all about cutting through. So I think these emotions it made way for them to step away a little bit. I mean, with this card, it makes them feel conflicted and torn between admiration and confusion. They could be hiding their emotions, which is very possible here, because they feel destabilized or shaken by their own emotions. There's a sense that they aren't expressing the full truth of what they feel, either out of fear or emotional exhaustion. But still, the connection feels significant and possibly even karmic. I will pull in an oracle card too. Yeah, I feel like this person just had like a lot of deep feelings, and those feelings terrify them and push them away. But I do think that you guys do share the same values. But this person was just not ready for what you are ready for. And I pulled, it's safe to slow down, relax, and let go. I think this does tie in with the moon, the card of emotions, of illusions, and hiding, right? I mean, there's intrigue, but like with this emotional fog, they just don't really understand what they feel, and they are possibly even afraid of it. So this was the reading. Thank you guys. If this did resonate, please let me know how this message spoke to you, and trust that it found you for a reason. So now pile number 2, low. So again, let's see how they feel about you. So let's start with this. I mean, the first card is the Devil here, which this is a very intense energy, a very powerful desire and attraction, and possibly even obsession. So this person may feel bound to you or pulled toward you in ways that they don't fully understand. This is likely a physical or magnetic emotional connection that they just can't ignore, even if it's complicated. Emotionally, this card does suggest that they do feel strongly tempted, maybe even addicted to your presence, but it might not be healthy, or they fear losing control. With the 8 of Cups, this is the urge to walk away, or like to just emotionally detach. They might be trying to leave behind their feelings for you, or they've already done so. At least on the surface, though, it often does reflect emotional fatigue or the search for something deeper. I do think that they are torn, but there is a strong pull. But there's also a desire to move on, or moving on from something emotionally draining or unavailable. With the Temperance card, this is all about balance and healing, healing after the chaos or the temptation of the devil, and the sadness of the 8 of Cups. So this just shows that they're trying to regulate their feelings, but and also they may be slowly trying to process or transform the connection into a gentler, more spiritual way. And this just suggests that they want peace or a more harmonious emotional footing, even if they're not there yet, which seems to be the case. So how they feel about you, it does read that they've completely moved on. It almost feels like whatever the relationship was very toxic, and they just want peace. They just want to completely move on from this. There's detachment and completely walking away from this. With the Four of Pentacles, this is all about emotional guardedness or possessiveness. They may hold their feelings tightly, not expressing them out of fear or out of loss or being vulnerable. Sometimes this shows attachment without openness. And it's interesting that it's under the Devil, because the Devil is all about being caged down to your own desires, and then this is all about being emotionally guarded or very possessive. Yeah, I mean, this person does seem like they are very closed off. They're afraid to open up, but they haven't let you go. They're still emotional, like clinging, even if they appear distant. They are still very attached. With the Magician, the Magus, this suggests that they may feel in control, or like they want to be in control. They may be strategizing or trying to like manifest something with you. I mean, this person likely admires your power or charisma, and there's a desire to initiate something, but also it's like very manipulative or calculated. They may want to make something happen, but they're choosing when and how very carefully. And yeah, they're not being impulsive at all. It's like they are like planning out what they're gonna do. With the Seven of Wands, this is all about being defensive. So they may feel challenged by their own feelings, or feel like they have to fight for emotional control. It's a bit of a struggle, either internally, or maybe they feel they feel that you are hard to reach or guarded, or that you guard your own heart. This is like I feel like you are in a fight or flight state, very defensive and proud, maybe insecure, but still holding a position. I think just a summary of this, of how they actually feel about you, is that this person has strong, possibly like a very obsessive attraction towards you, but they also feel conflicted. So there may be a push-pull dynamic here, a desire to emotionally walk away, but also clinging to control or connection. They are likely guarded and defensive, perhaps trying to master their emotions with the Magician. And with the Seven of Wands, instead of being vulnerable, they want to master their emotions. They may not trust the intensity of what they feel. But with the Temperance, it shows that they're trying to stabilize themselves and make sense of all the things that are going on. At heart, I don't think that they are done with you emotionally, but they may not be able to express their feelings in a healthy way right now. There's attraction, conflict, and a desire for control, but very little vulnerability. So that was the reading for group number 2. Again, I hope this message resonates with you. Let me know what you think down in the comments. But let's do pile number 3. Oh, I didn't do a oracle card. How do they feel about you? My happiness is a direct reflection of how quickly I can shift my perceptions from fear to love. I mean, I feel like this is, yeah, their perceptions from fear to love. I feel like their fear is more of controlling though. Like they are afraid of how they feel, so they want to control it. They are afraid of letting go, but they want to maintain control. They want to find the middle path with the temperance, like the middle path of the situation. From fear to love. Yeah, I mean, I do think that this person is gonna be in your life for a while, and they are planning to stay in your life for a while with the Magician. But it does read as a very toxic type of situation with the Devil. Okay, now let's do finally pile number 3. So let's see what's going on. Let's see how they feel about you. Okay, so pile number 3. The first card that I pulled is the Ten of Swords, which is there's a sense of betrayal, finality, and emotional collapse. Something in this connection may have deeply wounded them, or they feel the situation has ended in a painful way, whether that's true or just their perception. But it does show that they are hurting a lot. This card, it screams emotional exhaustion, heartbreak, and even a sense of being wronged. With the Justice, it shows that they are seeking clarity and balance, or even accountability. They may be trying to rationalize their emotions or see things from a fair or logical perception. This could also mean that they feel a need for truth and closure and resolution. Emotionally, I do think that they are trying to make sense of their pain, possibly judging themselves, or maybe even judging you or like the situation. They just want what's right. With the Ace of Cups, the Ace of Cups is all about new emotional connections. I think that despite the pain of this, they do still love you, or they have deep feelings, a potential emotional renewal, or a desire to reopen their heart. It could suggest that you stir emotions in them that they weren't expecting, or that there's still hope for healing. With the King of Cups here, so this person does feel things very deeply but doesn't easily show it. They might be coming across as calm or even emotionally detached, but beneath that exterior is a profound, mature emotional depth. I do think that they still care very deeply, probably restraining themselves. They may also feel a need to stay composed or in control. The Three of Swords, this is the heartbreak card. Grief and disappointment. They've either been wounded by this connection or are carrying past pain that affects how they show up emotionally. So yeah, they do feel hurt and sorrowful. I do think that they feel betrayed. There's a wound here that it's still bleeding to them. With the Seven of Pentacles, this is all about patience, evaluation, and waiting. So they may be wondering if the emotional investment was worth, like they're wondering if it was worth it. I do think that they are still reflecting on what's grown between the both of you. They could be taking time to see if the relationship can still bloom after everything that's already happened. Yeah, but I do think that they are in like a reflective mode, basically just asking like, was it even worth it, could it still be, and thinking that they're not over it but unsure on what to do next. But yeah, this person is hurting a lot, very deeply, with the Ten of Swords and the Three of Swords. Both of these cards do paint a picture of heartbreak and betrayal or emotional devastation. But despite the pain with the Ace of Cups and the King of Cups, this does show real love, and that real love does exist here, or at least the seeds of it. They are likely processing. Yeah, they are likely processing everything quietly. They're just trying to balance their heart and their head. I don't think this person is openly speaking about things, but their feelings do run deep. They're likely still emotionally invested, but uncertain if healing is possible. I think that in essence they do love you, or they did, and it still matters to them, but they're unsure whether the connection can survive what's happened. They're evaluating and waiting and trying to process these intense emotional wounds. Let's pull an oracle card. It says, I am a light worker in disguise. I don't have to talk about it. I can just be it. And I feel like this is what this person is just doing. Like, I feel like they've detached, but there's still true feelings there. They're just choosing to stay, to evaluate things, to wait, to process things, especially because there's so many emotional wounds. So this completes this reading from 15 Degrees. If this message spoke to you, trust that it found you for a reason, and let me know in the comments which pile you chose and how it resonated. If you would like to see more readings like this, don't forget to like and subscribe and tap the bell icon. And until next time, just remember to protect your energy and trust your intuition. Bye. I'll see you guys in the next reading.